A new Amazon original romance drama called The Idea of You, starring Anne Hathaway, has dropped on the streaming service just last week. I kind of watched it on a whim, and I thought it was worth talking about in a full review. So here are my thoughts on it. Hi, my name is Nathan, and I talk about a bunch of movies on this channel. If you're new here, down below in the comment section, share what you thought of The Idea of You if you have seen it over on my channel. I have more content like this. Check those out once this video is over. Click the like button, and be sure to subscribe because it really does help a lot, and I would appreciate it. And over on my channel, I have more reviews like this of many more movies that came out this year. You can check those out once this video is over. With that said, let's just get straight into things talking about the good. And when it comes to romantic movies, I do watch a certain handful of them every single year, and I don't normally do full reviews of these types of movies on the channel, but I thought this one was solid and above average, so I thought it was worth talking about. And this is not particularly my type of genre, but I do enjoy a majority of these types of movies. And this, I would say, is a solid, above average romantic drama. Now, if you're going to go into this movie expecting a full-on rom-com with all these characters and over-the-top stories and depth and everything, that's not really what this movie is. This movie is very much a romantic drama, not a rom-com. And it's a very good romantic drama, or not a very good, but it's a good, solid one. And what I thought stood out about this one amongst several other of these types of movies that I've seen in the past few years, is that this one doesn't aim for the comedy. Like I said, it's very much not a comedy. There was this movie that came out, there were a bunch of movies last year that came out that were aiming for like comedy. And here, it's genuinely just a drama about two unlikely people that meet up together, and that's where our romance basis is. The basic premise of this movie is a 40-year-old but a divorced mother takes her daughter to a boy band concert and ends up starting to date one of the singers in the boy band. And so there's a 16-year age gap between the two, and for this movie, it just feels, the two leads, they feel a lot more natural than you normally get in these types of movies, where they don't feel like these fantastical characters being put in over-the-top situations in a straight-out comedy. They actually feel like real human characters, and that just gives it a vibe that's closer to humor emotions than I remember other ones being in the previous years. And I thought that's what worked out this movie. That's like really a human story about relationships and what you want in your life and what you're trying to do in your life. And it's just an old-fashioned, wholesome, uplifting stuff to put in a movie like this. And so that's what I thought just stood out about it, made it a little bit above average, because it's not just a romance between two characters. It actually has something to say, a message about really just life and your desires in life. And so even the most unlikely of situations can end up working in the case of this movie. And so it's just a kind of this old-fashioned, wholesome vibe to it. And so overall, I just thought this was an above-average rom-com. Doesn't mean it's perfect, so let's move on to the bad. And it's not like this movie did anything to really, really frustrate me, to just knock it back really far. It's not really all that far all that back from where I would rate it, but I would say I don't imagine that I will rewatch this movie anytime in the near future. I mean, I found it to be a good rom-com. It's a solid one. But like I said at the beginning of this video, this is not particularly my cup of tea. Although I enjoy some of the rom-coms that I do see, some of them I really, really enjoy. I don't imagine I will gravitate to rewatch this one, although I did find it solid. Other thing about this one is that while it is closer to humanity, it is above average, it also does have familiar plot beats. As somebody that has seen a bunch of movies and a bunch of movies like this film, it has familiar plot beats to it where you could kind of tell what's going to happen in the relationship between these two people. You can kind of predict what's going on and what's about to happen if you've seen a number of other rom-coms or romantic dramas like this in the past, like I have. And as somebody who has seen many of these, I did find it a little bit predictable. But overall, I would recommend The Idea of You, and it's a good date night watch with your boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife, like whoever you're in a relationship with. This would be a good one to turn on. Just it's on Amazon Prime. Why not watch it? So overall, I'll give it a B. Those are just my thoughts on The Idea of You, though. Down below in the comment section, share what you thought of it if you've seen it. Over on my channel, I have more content like this. Check those out right now. Click the like button. Be sure to subscribe. Thank you guys so much for sticking around to the end. I will see you in the next one.